what exactly, like, if let's say you wanna, assuming you wanna come again, right? Assuming you're not here, you are in Ghana, you wanna come. What do you think you would do
Okay.
to make you get funding before you even come? Not funding from a different department, but funding from your department. Do you think you can do that? And what can you do to make you get that kind of funding?
Okay. Okay. So first of all,
Yeah,
before I'll come, um, I'll just the program I want to read. I'll just first of all check the university website to see whether they have whether graduate assistantships, other T's or R's for students in
yeah,
that department. If they have that one too, how to get one? Email a coordinator or a lecturer, anybody who is in charge who
yeah,
can give you information to get a positive
yeah,
response before you
mm,
put in the application. Once you get a response from them, they know this person has reached out, and I think they are the same people who are going to
mm,
review the application, so they will definitely know this application, this person has emailed
mm,
us before or something like that. And then once we get the admission, you can reach back to them and say, "Hi, Prof. I've been admitted to the program, and as we discussed, are the funding, still available, or what are the ways I can apply to get the funding? What do I have to do? Every information about this study abroad,
yeah,
you can get it from the
yeah,
professors or the departments. Any questions you have, you can get it from them. So once they give you the assurance or they give you the go ahead to apply, you have about 60% chance. So once you get the admission, if the funding requires you to get a
yeah,
professor in the department, they will let you know. So you email professors whom your
mm,
research interests align with, this. Or if it is a TA and you need to apply separately, I think after admission, like for his, you have a workday portal that you can go on, and then they post all the accounting assistantships, all the other department, the assistantship. You apply. When they review, they call for interview, and then when based on your performance you qualify, I
mm,
think you be given.
yeah. That makes
So
sense.
that
Yeah,
is
that's
it. Yeah.
that's really detailed. Yeah. And you
Okay.
personally, if you should give me an advice, right? On a scale of 100, how much
Mhm.
funding do you think, you've experienced the US, you know how the system is and all of that. How much funding do
Yeah.
you think
Yeah.
I should have before I process my visa? So in terms of the percentage, how much do you think at least I can manage, in your opinion?
You know, no, I don't. Let me get your question right. Funding. Are you referring to
Yeah,
funding
funding
from
from the
the school?
from the school department, wherever. But the point is, let's say your cost of attendance is
Okay.
100K. How much? Okay, 100K is
Okay.
probably a bit too much. Let's say 50K, right? How much funding
Okay.
is enough for me to, take the offer up and come and process the visa?
Well, I would say from my experience, I would say it depends on the cost of
Yeah, so let's say
attendance.
cost of attendance is
When your
50,000.
cost of
Yeah,
is 50,000 and you're able to get funding of, let's say, 20,000, it's so
it's
huge. The
30,000. Yeah,
deficit is so huge.
that's
Yes,
60%.
it's so huge. But if your cost of attendance is 50,000 and you're able to get, let's say a partial tuition waiver, or let's say a full tuition waiver in addition with, stipend, and you're able to get 40,000, 38,000, 45,000, you
Okay.
should come. You get it, yeah. Because in that case, your deficit is somewhere around,
Yeah,
let's say
that one you
10,000,
can manage. Yeah.
12,000. Yeah, and yeah, you can manage,
So
even
super
though it's not
excellent.
easy, but then you can manage.
So, which
Yeah,
means that if I
yeah,
have funding of 38,000 out of, uh let's say if I have less than
50,000.
38,000 out of 50, I shouldn't come, right? But if I have 38 and above, then I should come.
Well, even if you have 35,000,
Okay,
you should come. Even
that
30,000
can
out
also
of
help.
50,000. Well, yeah, that can also help, but it will depend on where the deficit, the remaining deficit is. Sometimes the remaining deficit can be,
Tuition, living expenses. Okay,
living expenses. When it is living
yeah,
expenses, it's manageable.
it's
But when it is
crazy.
tuition, it's
Yeah,
money that you are going to pay.
yeah,
Yeah, so you should have it
Yeah.
readily available. Yeah, so it all depends on where that
Yeah.
deficit, is allocated. Yeah,
That's really true. Yeah. This I have learned so much like from this conversation, like so much from this conversation. And I'm very sure that my subscribers
yeah,
are going to appreciate this a lot. Now, if they want
yeah.
to contact you, reach out to you or follow you, where can they do that?
Yo,
LinkedIn. Only
yeah,
LinkedIn?
LinkedIn. Well, the others are
Mm,
not really active. Yeah, I just go there to read
yeah.
comments. I'm not really active
Yeah.
on, X and Instagram and
You're
the
not,
others. Yeah,
are
I'm
you on
just LinkedIn.
TikTok?
I just go and watch videos. I don't really have an
Uh,
active account.
okay.
Yeah,
Because when
yeah,
I
yeah.
make this
Yeah, I
long
just
video, I post a lot of shots on TikTok. Then I tag whoever I am
okay.
interviewing, I tag the person so that if anyone wants to check the person out, then the
Well,
person can check the person out. But
okay, sure, sure. Then I'll
yeah,
give you my account, but then it's not really. I just go
uh,
to TikTok to,
yeah.
watch videos and then